Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the weekly analysis for the week of what week is this? For the week of the June 4th through the 9th. Um, we will be going through this week, we'll have 12 items to review, but we will also, because it's a new week, but it's also a new month, so we will be going through 6 items for the month. So let's get started. Okay. First we have AUD Chef. Uh, Hold on, let me go back to the weekly. So AUD Chef price on the weekly price cleared this imbalance that was here on the weekly. And then if we go down to the daily, we can probably find some more inefficiencies that were filled, such as this area here. So price came and cleared those inefficiencies. We have um, a trend line break here, and it also pulled back, did not break these lows. It pulled back, although it has not quite broken a swing high yet, which is this zone here. But as we can see, that's a key level. So price is probably going to play around here. But with this significant push, we didn't break these lows. We had an impulse move for about 3 days. So I am expecting price to tap into this zone, maybe pull back, and then continue buying up. So with that being said, let's go down to the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, so as we can see, price tapped into a area of supply here. There's a little rejection there, so price may come back and fill some of these imbalances here, or price could come back and fill in these imbalances on the 4-hour before pushing back up to the top side and pushing higher to the, let's see, the next zone we would be looking for. There's a little imbalance there. So let's see how many pips from here to here. That's only 96 pips. Well, 96 pips. I don't want to say only. But as I mentioned before, price may pull back and then continue buying up, which would make that definitely worth the buy up to this zone here. I would even go further to say once price pulls back, breaks through, there are really no inefficiencies up until no major. This is a little imbalance here, but we have more inefficiencies up this way. It is a close to a key level. So my guess would be price would buy up to here. So we're talking approximately, once this pulls back, about 300 pips. And then it'll pull back again and likely continue buying up. Okay. Now let's go down back to the 4-hour. Oh, I wanted to show what I meant by where it was a key level, because as you can see here, this is just an area where price has reacted several times. So even if you pull it over even further right there. So I would definitely look for price to possibly buy up to here, if not further. Okay, that's AUD Chef. Now we have AUD-JPY, which is giving a bullish weekly order block. So we had price to break this trend. It filled this area of supply. It has wicked past that zone, and it's given us a bullish order block for the week. So we're going to mark up the weekly candle. We have the 50% 618 here. And I also want to make sure that we fib this up move here. So if price pulls back to that 50% for on the weekly candle, that will be a 23% pullback for the macro move, right? So it can pull back to the 23. It could pull back to the 28, I mean to the 38, but I think it will create a swing low here and then continue buying up to the -27 or the -618. Prices overall, actually, I would be more, yeah, to the -618. I was gonna say that it could continue buying up because price is overall bullish. But since price did break these levels of structure and then tapped into a key level, right? And then tapped into a key level and reacted, um, price could be coming up for the second leg to continue to the downside. But currently, price is bullish. Okay. So you'll be looking for buys. Let me put that back. You'll be looking for buys. Oops. At least, like we said, to the -27 or the 618. So let's go down to the daily. Based on the daily, our 50% 618 zone will pull back to this bullish order block, the wick of it, and then continue buying up. On the 4-hour, there is an order block within that 50% 618 zone. There is some imbalance there. Price could come back, give us a double bottom for either one of these areas here. Anything that's closer to the trend line, the better it's going to continue moving. So I would definitely wait for, let's see if prices. So if you're going to trade the pullback, I would definitely say wait for price to break some level of structure. Currently, this is the 15-minute level of structure. If I go down to the 5-minute, because it's so choppy here, I would really rather for it to break here and then pull back, but you have some minor levels of structure here. So this high was broken here, so this would be my minor level break of structure. And don't watch me go to the 1 minute. I just want to see somewhere. Yeah. So this was the last low, right? This broke, so you can, once this pulls back, you can at least sell it down to here. Um, but I would definitely wait to start seeing these lows get violated and then wait for the pullback to continue selling down to this low for now. Now, if it breaks this low, then again, you would wait for the pullback and then you can sell it down to your 50% 618. I would recommend to trail it because price could come back to price could come back to um the this was the last swing. Price could come back to the 50% 618 or the 78 or even the 88. There are inefficiencies on the 4-hour that can be filled to come back, that can be filled coming back to this area here. Okay. So definitely trail the move. As you can see, price is currently in, it swept this high, as you can see, and it has also filled and cleared an imbalance, which is right here. All right, so that's AUDJPY. CAD Chef. On the weekly, we have a bullish order block. Price is overall bearish, as you can see. So I would personally like to see it break this high before I get in for a buy, or once it pulls back. So let's measure our weekly. I'm just going to measure the swing, the full swing. So, okay, hold on. So I'm going to measure the swing low and swing high. I'm going to put the 50% 618 zone is here. Okay. That's 50% of the weekly candle. However, if we are looking for, if this is going to be a swing low, I would be looking for price to pull back a little further. So I'm just gonna put that right there. So if we go down, if we fib this low to this high, I would be looking for price to come back to the 618, the 78, could be even the 88, right? So if that is the case, so say if it was from the, if it pulled back to the 78 and you took it to the negative 27, which is in alignment with fulfilling this imbalance, you're talking approximately 320 pips. If we are talking from the 88, it pulls back to the 88. What is it? I said 320 the first time. Okay. And now 350 if it's from the 88. And if price continues past this imbalance, then we're talking over 400 pips. Okay. So if we go down to the daily, so the zone where I had for the pullback to come back to the 78, there is definitely a daily inefficiencies here. To fill this imbalance would be at the 78. So I would definitely wait for price to pull back, possibly to the 78. That would be the optimal trading entry. So on the 4-hour, same thing. Same thing. So on this 4-hour, we had this impulse move, which happened around the 78% of the move altogether. Um, so far, this is the high. So and let's see where price is tapped into. Price tapped into, let's see if that's 50% of the imbalance. Tie dyes. So not quite 50%. I mean over 50% of the imbalance. Um, so price could continue going up just a little bit more to fill this, to either tap into this wick or fill the imbalance and then possibly start pulling back down or selling back down. So currently there's a little something, but you would need to see more. Need to see more break of these lows um, before pulling back and selling back down to at least the 50%. This is the macro swing low here. So if you do get some breaks of structure here, you can pull back and again sell, at least sell down to here. You can then trail it. If it breaks structure, then we know it's pulling back to sell back down. Okay. So that's CAD Chef. EURAUD. For the weekly, we have a bearish order block. So price, let's see what price did. So price did not break this high. Okay. Price did not break this high. It gave a bearish order block. Broke this weekly low, which passed this weekly low. It gave another bearish order block and then a bullish order block, which is likely the retracement, tapped into here. And let's go down to the daily and see if we could have got, so it filled this imbalance and then actually tapped into this order block and is now breaking structure to the downside. So we are, if you want, as you can see, this is a level here. Okay. So you can wait for price to break out or even break this low right here and then pull back and then continue selling to the downside. So you can say if it pulls back here, you can at least sell it down to that's a that's an imbalance there that needs to be filled. So that's approximately 600 pips. Or there's an order block that has not been tapped into here. And let's just go down, zoom in. You see that imbalance there? So I would definitely, that would be my target. That would be the target because that's the last swing. And once it's break structure, it might push down, pull back, and then sell down to towards the last swing. Okay. Like we said, that's over 800 pips. All right. Now we have um, EuroCAD. We had a weekly bearish order block. This is your swing low here. Okay. So the last move, let's mark it. Let's fib that up. Price is currently at the 78. There was some imbalance in here. The price is tapped into. It's currently in the weekly order block. We may get a double bottom of this order block at the 88 for a possible continuation of a buy, because we've had price to break this high, um, and it did not break these highs. So price is either pulling back to the last swing to continue buying up, or price is coming to fill this initial impulse move up to either um, pull back to, there's an order block here. So maybe the 618, maybe come fill this imbalance and then continue buying up. If that's the case, that would definitely be the optimal trade-in entry. And we're talking from, see if it pulls back just to clear this imbalance to the negative 27. Woo, is over 2,100 pips. Okay. So the first zone we're going to watch for is this here. If you're in this trade now, so we had a break, a pullback, so a drop base drop. So we had a break, a pullback, and then a continuation. This wick has no candle. I mean, this candle has no wick. So, and how many pips was that? 240 pips. So, this, and because it's in the order block, you're likely going to get, this is probably God's plan candle. So we're talking We're talking. Okay, so that's the golden zone for the weekly candle. So it's either going to pull back to, definitely pull back to the golden zone, or come in, tap into the order block wick. Again, because we're at a swing low, price could tap in and then just continue buying to the upside. So it's going to go one of two ways. It's going to go up, it's going to go down. Let's go down to the daily. Price is still in a daily order block. Let's go to the 4-hour. So as we can see, price is still bearish, right? Price is still bearish. So I would expect price to, it's in alignment with my trend line. A pullback to the golden zone, and then a sell down to, so I would definitely be looking for another sell. Prices broken through here. There is some imbalance here. Okay. And then there's also, and let me do this so y'all can. So we have imbalance here. And then there's also, now show you, because you have liquidity here, right? And then you have liquidity here. Okay, so I would be looking for price to really come clear the liquidity. Down here. Okay. So I would definitely be looking for price to come. Oh, well, it looked like it already tapped into that liquidity. Boom. All right. So, I mean, that imbalance. So it tapped into that imbalance. But I think there's more liquidity right here for it to come and get. So I would definitely look for the pullback to continue selling down to this area here. So we're talking approximately 163 pips. Yep. And if it pulls back a little further, it may just be pulling back to clear this imbalance here. I would set an alert here. Once price got to this zone, I would go down to the 15-minute. And then once I start seeing breaks of structure, then I would wait for the pullback to get in for the sell. Okay, that's EuroCAD, EuroChef. We have a weekly baby bullish order block. A weekly baby bullish order block. So let's see. Price has been selling. Price broke structure here. Price pulled back to clear this imbalance here. There's a little tiny imbalance there. right there. Price pulled back to clear the imbalance and started breaking structure to the downside. Um, so I would just be looking for a pullback to probably to this zone here. Or a continuation of a sell, targeting these lows. So there's probably some inefficiency in the wicks of this order block, but I would definitely be targeting those lows. Okay. So on the daily, once price right, I would say, oh, that's liquidity. Um, I would say don't trade it back up, but I can't tell y'all to do that. Because you could possibly get 150 pips. If I go back to the weekly, and we're talking about the weekly zone, we're talking the 50% 618 here. Okay. Price could tap into this 50% 618 and continue buying up to these highs here. So we're talking possibly 164 pips there. And then if price starts breaking structure to the downside, then I would continue selling it back down to the downside. Um, let's go to the 4-hour. Because this, like I said, this would be my high here that I would want to see broken. This tapped into, gave a double top, gave liquidity. All right, so this pullback to the 50% 618 could be a pullback to the 78, which would fill this imbalance for a continuation to the negative 27, which is an imbalance or past the negative 27, which is an area of supply, and the area of the negative 618. Okay. This would be another optimal trade and entry trade if it pulls back to the 78 and you take it up to that's a 100 pips. Ooh, that's 100 pips. Or if it keeps going up to this zone here, I'm talking 186 pips. Okay. Next, we have Euro GBP, which was a weekly order block, a bearish order block. So we know this was the high, price pulled back, did not break that high. and then started breaking structure to the downside. Okay. So once it broke, I'm actually I would actually be expecting a pullback to fill this imbalance on the weekly for a continuation of a sell. Okay. So if we go down to the daily, that zone is just a retest here. Validated order blocks over here. So yep, I would be in for the sell. GBP CAD, we had a weekly bearish order block. Price has been bullish. Price has been bullish. That wick is vicious. Okay. Price has been bullish. It has broken my trend line. Let's go down to the daily. This is so there was a swing here that got broken. Price pulled back. So I would see, I'm expecting price to sell at least down to this next low. Now it could pull back to here and continue buying up. Or if it breaks this low here, then we'll be looking for a pullback to continue selling down. Okay. So it's either going to tap into here and then continue buying up, or come down, break here, pull back, and continue selling down. And if it breaks here, then it's likely going back to, it could be going back to fill some of these inefficiencies here. It could go back to filling this inefficiency here. If we fib the move up, right? And we said if it breaks here, 50%, 618, it could come back down to here, or a continuation to this to these highs over here. And now that I even look at it even more, this was a sell down, this was the push up, then it consolidated, broke structure. Hmm. So it technically has not broken the macro swing high yet, which is here, right? So price broke these highs here, pulled back. Actually, this is the micro high, but if it broke this high, I would definitely be biased for the buy up. This could be the break of structure. Okay, that could be the break of structure. This could be the pullback. This could be the pullback. So price could come to the 78. Price could come and grab all of these highs, right? And still be within the realm of being a sell. for a sell back down. Okay. But for now, it's in a order block. It's an order block within an order block. It's trapped. We're looking for it to break these lows. If that's the case, then we'll be looking for the sells. If price pulls back into this order block and starts buying up without breaking these lows, then you'll be looking for buys. Hope that makes sense. GBP Chef, we have a weekly bullish order block. Price has been meandering for 20 years. No, let's see, since 1022. I see this as the macro high currently. Price did break these minor level highs here. Price tapped into this order block, sold down, push back, sold down. So this trend line, on this trend line, every time it pulled to the trend line, it reacted, sold, reacted, sold, reacted, sold, and in the midst of all that, it created a key level. It created a key level. So it taps here, react, it taps here, react, taps here, react, here, react, here, react, here. So it's been consolidating for weeks, for months, right? So now we're expecting either it to break out the top, continue buying up from this impulse move. This will be the correction. So we're looking for another impulse move. So with this weekly order block, you can either fib the weekly candle and wait for price to pull back to the 50% 618 or 78, or you can fib the last swing. This was swung from here to here, and price could pull back to, this is the 50% 618 here, for a continuation of a buy. This buy would be to the negative 618, would be in alignment with the, well, this has already been tapped into. So yeah, I would, this could come up and give a double top of this order block or violate the order block, tap into this zone that hasn't been mitigated, pull back, and then continue buying to the upside. And if that's the case, then your target would be these highs here, which is an area of supply. Okay. We have GBP USD. We have a weekly bullish order block within a bearish order block. Price broke these highs. So we're looking for buys, right? So price broke, pulled back, gave a bullish order block. So my guess is we're really looking for buys to continue buying to make it a little pullback here, at least to this area of supply, or even higher towards these highs. Okay. So if we look at the daily, we got a pullback. It may pull back a little more and then continue buying up, but it started breaking these minor level highs. So my guess is that it will start buying up even more. Mhm. All right. So on the 4-hour, price could just pull back to this order block, or it could pull back to fill one of these inefficiencies. Okay. So that's GBP USD, US 30. We have a weekly bullish order block. Now, US 30, um, as you can see, price has tapped into a key level, right? So this is our key level here. Price pushed up, reacted, pushed up, reacted, broke this neckline here, pushed up, did not break these highs, but ended up breaking these weekly lows, tapped into this imbalance, and then gave a bullish order block. Now, I think Todd and I are different, have different thoughts on US 30. I do believe it's going to buy up to this zone, to this key level again. There's an order block here, so it could possibly buy up into the wicks and then continue selling down. That is my guess. That is going to start selling. Um, if it breaks this level here, this key level here, then I would look for a break and a retest of a pullback, and then start targeting, let's see, these highs, this high, this high. But I personally believe that price is going to pull back and then sell down for US 30. USD CAD overall, that's my high, that's my low. Okay. Price is currently buying, has been bullish, let's just say that. And we have a weekly bearish order block. So this was our last swing low, and this was our last swing high. Price pulled back, filled this imbalance, bought up, did not break this high, pull back down, um, did not break these lows, right? So price pulled back, filled this imbalance, gave a bearish order block. So I do believe it's going to sell down some more. Approximately, yeah, I think it's going to sell down some more. Break our trend line, break these levels here. Okay. Pull back and then continue selling to the downside. There are inefficiencies down at an optimal trading entry. There, that has been tapped. So if you're going to trade this pullback, which I don't recommend. Okay. Um, the 50% 618. Oops. So we'll be looking for a pullback to the 50% 618. Let's go down to the daily. Price is still selling. Let's go to the 4-hour. So I would definitely wait. If you're going to buy it back, I would definitely wait for price to break. I want to say this is going to be the high here. Break that swing high, which is, yep. So that's your swing high, right? So once price broke, because price can easily come back into here and then sell back down. But once price breaks this zone here, you'll wait for the pullback. So that's about 75 pips back to the golden zone, which is a good number of pips. And then sell it back. You can wait for breaks of structure to the downside and then sell it back down. All right. That is it for the weeklies. We're going to move to the monthly. Woo. Okay, so we've already covered 80 chef. So the monthly is in alignment with the this is a Tide order block. Okay. Okay. Um, but it gave a bullish monthly candle. Wait a minute, are we in the right month? Oh shoot, that's today. Oof. This is a 1-day candle. Um, so this candle with April was bearish, May bought up and then rejected, but ended bullish a little bit. So, and then we started out these past 2 days pushing up. So we shall see what the rest of the month brings. Okay. But my sis put it on. Okay. So now if we go down to the weekly, we have 2 bullish order blocks. We have double bottoms. So yeah, I do believe that we are looking definitely going in for buys. Okay. So you might want to wait for a slight pullback to continue buying to the top side. There's an area of supply here. And then there's a key level that we talked about earlier here. All right. Euro CAD, we talked about on the monthly, it was bearish, a bearish order block. So at some point, I would expect price to pull back into the wick of that order block and then continue selling, or you can fib the move. Erase all this stuff. Or you can fib the down move. Well, it hasn't broken these lows yet, so just know if you're fibbing the down move, you're fibbing a very short-term, possible short-term sell, right? So if price pulls back to the 23 to 38, even the 50% 618, it could continue selling down. But I would need to see it break this low first. If not, then I will be looking for buys. Euro USD is a monthly bearish order block. Price broke these highs here. So this could be the pullback or a continuation of a buy. Okay, go down to the weekly. Let me go back down to, let me go to the monthly. So broke those highs. Now let's go to the daily. So this was the last push up. So this is our swing low. And this is our swing high. Price broke these lows. It's probably going to pull back to this area of supply here for a continuation of a sell. All right. GBP Chef on the monthly, we have a monthly bullish order block. So we would be looking for the pullback for a continuation of a buy. All right. So let's go down to the weekly. So this was the pullback we were talking about. Probably going to pull back to this 50% of this up move. Pull back to the 50%, 618, for a continuation of a buy. Next, we have silver, which was a monthly bearish order block. Again, we had a push up, a correction to fill this imbalance. We had a push up breaking this high, breaking these highs, tapped into this area of supply. But it did not break the highs. So currently, the way this is looking on the monthly, you have a swing high, a low, a high, a lower, lower, low, a higher low, sorry. So this could just be a correction, or let's go down to the daily. So we broke these here, looking for the pullback to continue selling at least down to these lows, not breaking this low yet. Okay. Since price are breaking these highs, we're looking for price to continue buying up to break these highs. Now, if it breaks this low, then we're looking for a pullback to sell again. All right, so gold, last on the list is gold. We have a monthly baby bearish order block. So as we can see, price pushed up, pulled back, price pushed up, did not break these highs. Okay. Then price pushed back up, did not break those highs. Although there's a slight key level, liquidity there. So now if we go down to the weekly, this is our last swing, macro swing, major swing, and this is our high. Okay. Price is 4 hour. All right, so price broke structure. Let's just go here. Okay. Price broke structure, pulled back, and melted today. All right, so we are waiting for prices are almost tapped into the imbalance here. So if price breaks this low, then we'll be looking for more sells. If price bounces into this imbalance and buys up, then we'll be looking for more buys. Okay. However, this is looking like real sellish, but this break of structure, we still have to come back, fill the inefficiencies for a continuation of a sell to these lows. Okay. And that is all for, that is all for the weekly, the new weekly and the new monthly order blocks. I want to, thank you for tuning in, and see you all next week. Happy trading, everybody.